Hello, friends, family, strangers that my family blackmailed into watching this. My name is Allie, and no matter who you are, if you're watching this, you're important. You are in a powerful position, one of life-changing opportunity. And now it may feel small, as I think it always kind of does, but the magnitude of change lies in its triumph over futility. And after all, every magnificent revolution and work of art started as just a small spark. Now, the spark I want to share with you today and want so badly for you to be a part of is called Project Zambia. But the story really begins about 6 years ago when I was 12 and came to the very serious conclusion that I would one day become a doctor. And from that moment, I was determined to lead a life founded in the belief that meaning and purpose are most purely and passionately drawn from service to others. Because we all are really just small pieces of a magnificent whole, and I think everyone at some point forgets, quite innocently, about that magnificent whole and moves forward stuck as only a small piece. Now, some find their own way getting back to that, but mine was, and always has been, very simply by taking part in the universally human act of compassion, specifically acts of humanitarianism. When I was 15, I went on a 10-day mission trip to Costa Rica, and again when I was 16. And I was also lucky enough to be chosen to lead Kairos, a retreat at Fenwick High School. A different type of service, but one that is nonetheless momentous in its positive impact on others. That brings us to today. I'm a first-year student at the University of St. Andrews in Scotland, and one of the 4 students selected for Project Zambia's team. Now, what is Project Zambia? There really are 2 definitions. The first is the textbook version. Project Zambia is a team of university students going to Zambia for 6 weeks to work with 300 students at Kazemba Primary School. Our mission is to enhance literacy and enrich their educational experience with our team's knowledge, born of fortunate circumstance and experience with higher education, and thus encouraging and enabling the students of Kazemba to pursue higher education themselves, and most of all, succeed in acclimating them to the ways of the progressive world, so that despite their isolation from it, they can grow to become happy, healthy members of the greater world. However, I sometimes feel as if that tends to be robotic and like we want to mass produce proper citizens, which isn't at all what we're doing. So what I think most accurately defines the heart of Project Zambia is, and forgive me, I'm an English major, it's a poem. I see the sky. Yes, I see the sky. I see that sky looking at me. I see the sky as a great river. I see the sky as a giant tree that sways with the wind as the rain falls. I see the sky. Yes, I see the sky. I see the sky as the poto matan. I see the sky as the branches of the mango tree that lets its mango fall. I talk to the sky. Yes, I talk to the sky. I tell him, look at me to not make a mistake. Look at me to not be afraid. I talk to the sky. Yes, I talk to the sky. I tell him, never see just my surface. See me. I found this in Rainn Wilson's autobiography, Dwight from The Office. He and his wife have done some incredible work in Haiti, teaching students into their creative capacities, and this poem was written by one of his students. Had Rainn and his wife not been there to encourage those kids to use their voices, this poem never would have existed, and what's more, the young girl who wrote it never would have known that she could. That is what Project Zambia is about. Human interaction fueled by love and intellect, because if those students know all the fundamentals, how to read, how to write, but were never taught to wield it with courage, that is something Project Zambia wants to fix. To those of you who don't know much about the state Zambia is in, here's some facts. Africa. Zambia is in southern Africa, and we are going to Kazemba within the Chongwe province, right outside the capital of Lusaka. Now, Zambia has a population of 15 million people. Of those 15 million, 63% are literate. 63% can read and write, which means that 5,550,000 people in Zambia cannot read or write. Now, this can be a product of their significantly lower primary education completion rate. 78% of boys complete primary education, and only 65% of girls. So, educational growth is stunted at a young age in Zambia. On top of this, only 22% of Zambia's population has access to electricity. What's more, Zambia is bordered by 4 of the most impoverished countries in the world: Malawi, Mozambique, Zimbabwe, and the Democratic Republic of Congo. On top of this, 60% of Zambia's population is impoverished. So, what can we do? What can 4 university students do to make a difference in the sight of such obstacles? One of the reasons for Zambia's prolonged poverty and limited access to education is that the people of Zambia have a limited means for improving their conditions. Now that sounds like something we can change. Alongside teaching, Project Zambia will be supplying Kazemba Primary School with resources they lack, such as batteries for their solar panels to fuel the school, laptops, roof repairs, basic science equipment, and funding scholarships to the students who cannot afford secondary school. And this, my friends, is where you come in. You can play a role in educating the students of Kazemba, in teaching them their worth, and in providing them with the means to flourish. This is not some charitable venture. This is an investment in humanity and in the power of compassion. So if you want to be a part of our mission, if you want to help us help the students of Kazemba, donate on our Just Giving page in the link. To those who donate, leave your email in the note and I will personally update you on our progress. From the bottom of my heart and on behalf of everyone in Kazemba, thank you so much.